Boswell for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the bootleg, Stroud. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Stroud on 3rd down now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's one play at a time, baby. Get something together.
Rudolph following the fumble recovery. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's Rudolph off play action. That's swung out wide to Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Play action. It's Rudolph. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd down and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Texans. Noah Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rudolph looking to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. 2 touchdowns in that game for J.K. Dobbins. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on what's happening with the Bills at Highmark Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. K.J. Hamler, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, in Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They run with Washington. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. Here's 2nd and 7. On the draw, it's Harris. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A big job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's Rudolph. And he whips that one incomplete there. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Here's Freiermuth again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Rudolph going to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Here's Stroud. That is caught, and he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Throwing again is Stroud.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 32 that time.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. That is caught by Dell.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here goes Stroud again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rudolph. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph.
That one down the field for Freiermuth.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And after the they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Pickett now on 1st down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Now Pickett.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Houston set to take over.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Stroud now on second down. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Stroud.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Pickett lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check.
And make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Open man there is Darnell Washington.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
Shreds the tackle.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. With you for today's game is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. I'll see you guys again at halftime.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got possession at midfield. 1st and 10. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
There he goes, left side. Pushing his way through. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins. This one taken in by Hester. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 14-yard touchdown. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu. Now, let's not waste any time. Calling the action today, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon?
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got the ball at the 50-yard line as we get set here, 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Again, Walker.
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Let's go. Check, check. No, no.
On 1st and 10, Williams. A short throw to Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw on 2nd down, Williams. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A 1st down carry for Davis. Pushes past him. Sheds off the tackle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Williams. A short throw to Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after
after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts doing.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Josiah DeGuara from 4 yards out. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A short throw to Ingram.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Hester.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins,
down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Christian McCaffrey, 65 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Now Moody for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proved?
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all the...
Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid from 19 yards away. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now, after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Williams. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. A short throw to Ingram.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Williams' throw taken in by Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this 1st half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the 1st half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That is caught. They can't tackle it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins now. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Devin Hester. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Moody for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ken Walker, 70 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Following the interception, Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point try now for Moody. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
Let's go now.
I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9. They go again with Davis. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Davis will try to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Hester. And he's loose again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Operating from the gun,
Williams fires a slant complete to Tolbert.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Back to throw again.
Right back to Tolbert.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now Moody for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6.
Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Williams completes it to Miller. 7 yards there and a first down.
Okay, break.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. It's complete. It's Miller. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do